In this update, I'm going to go over my Timmies wins. I got a couple more scams, one that I actually fell for. I started work in the garage here finally, and more on the weather. Hey folks, this is my update for Friday, April 8th. So, roll up the rim has finally ended, so I'm going to go over what I won. I didn't do really good, I didn't do really bad. So, only got one thing that is useless to me, and that's the 40% off the skullcandy.ca. I only had 3 of those, so those are useless to me. Everything else was points or something else. So, first points go. At 5 points, I won 13 of those for a total of 65 points. 10 points, I won 5 of those for a total of 50 points. And at 15 points, I won 4 of those for a total of 60 points. So I won 175 points. Now I also have 10 points on a mobile order. So if I order ahead, then I get an extra 10 points. I got 3 of those for a potential 30 more points. And 20 points. Don't have 20 fingers on this hand. 20 points for the mobile order. I got 3 of those for a potential of 60 more points. So 6 mobile orders, now I'll get 90 more points. So add those to the 175 that I just won outright, so that's a total of 265 points I would have won from this contest. So add that to the 440 points that I already had. That included the points that I had before I started, plus all the points I got from buying the copies. That, oh, okay. And a hard time reading my writing here. Comes to a total of 700 points, which basically, there's decimals in there, but basically the next 10 copies are free. So that's cool. Can't complain about that. Plus I also won 3 free copies. I forgot about that. So 13 copies are free. And I won 4 donuts. I actually didn't write that on here. I completely forgot. I was just concentrating on the points. So I only won 3 copies for this whole event. So, but you know, 3 copies is, you know, I'm not going to complain. Put it that way. So on Monday, my loan payment came out of my account. Loan payment for the monster. Right after that, I got a text. And this text read, TD alert, checking account number, and I got the number blocked. The balance is below threshold amount. Charges may apply. Review and deposit money if required. Standard message rates apply. Text help for help and stop to stop. This showed up right after my loan payment. Now, I thought this was legitimate because, first of all, I had my bank account number. And just timing right after, you know, my loan payment. I checked my account, there's plenty of money in there. I don't have any minimum balance that I have to keep. Because after all my bills are paid and everything, I put all my money on my prepaid card. I use it. So it's not uncommon to have less than $1 in my bank account. So at this point, we still have the Trillium, which comes out on the 10th, and this is April, so we get the GST this month. So I don't have everything on my card yet, because I'll wait till they come in, and then I'll just put the rest of what I got. So at the moment, there's $54 in that account. So that's like, you know, $53 more than I normally have. So what the heck are they talking about? So, first of all, to look at this, There's lots of abbreviations in it. It doesn't look professional at all. There's no link to click on, right, to enter account information or anything. And the text came from 22775. That right there should be a red flag to me. It's a number. It's not a phone number. It's not a name. But, like I say, right after my bank loan came out, this showed up, and it has my account number. So, you know, not the full account, just the last 4 digits. But they are the last 4 digits of my account. So I went to the bank. I took a screen cap out, went to the bank, showed it to him. He said, "That's not from us." He looked at my account and he said, "There's no issue." So, you know, I'm not a victim of this scam, but I did fall for it. So it's like, and later that day I got another scam, which was a little more obvious. It starts with my phone number, and it says, "Your vehicle sticker fees has been suspended. You are entitled $120 Canadian." Yeah, it's got the link that you click on. Now, in Ontario, Mr. Premier Doug Ford decided it was a good idea to reimburse people for their sticker. He's doing away with the fees for replacing a license plate sticker that you have to replace on your birthday every year. It's $120 a year. Last time I paid it, I think it was $80. Last time I had a car. I don't have a car. I shouldn't even be getting this text to begin with if it was legitimate. But he's decided that they're going to do away with that fee, and you will be reimbursed. It's going to be retroactive for 2 years, so you'll be reimbursed the $120, you know, per year. So why it's only $120, not $240, I don't know. But you'll be reimbursed that. You'll get that money back for the last couple of years that you've purchased these stickers. So, of course, you know, election time's coming up, right? So first of all, it's got my phone number, so it was sent directly to me. And looking at this, https dot, starts with a dot Ontario hyphen dash, that's what I'm looking for, dash license plate dash entitlement dash gov.org. Now, first of all, I doubt that even exists. Second, again, it's hyphen dash, not dot dash, so this whole thing is the website, not a subdomain of gov.org. Second, if this actually was from the government, it would be on.gov or gov.on. Ontario would be in there somewhere, so it's not legitimate to begin with. But I explained with a previous scam, it had .ca, and I said they gotta be pretty stupid to use a .ca because you have to register, prove you're from Canada to actually get that .ca certification. Because I had a .ca, so I know that process. You have to be registered as a Canadian business or company or whatever to have a Canadian website. So I pointed that out, but the problem is that's just what's written here. It doesn't have to be a .ca in the background. The hyperlink is what's important, where it takes you to. It will be completely different than, you know, what's written here, and, you know, obviously. But I just kind of forgot about that. So enough of that. I finally started work on ES950. If you watched yesterday's video, the weather's finally starting to cooperate a little bit as it's getting a bit warmer. We got a lot of nice temperatures in the forecast coming up, so it's the perfect time to start working. It's not going to be too hot, it's not going to be too cold in the garage. It's just going to be like very comfortable. So I finally got around to doing that. I changed the front tires on the ES950. I got rid of those old crappy black hard rubber cracked wheels. And put the original gray ones back on, so it'll be a nice smooth ride. You won't see that jerking in the video as I'm driving down the road. That's annoying feeling it. let alone how it looks in the video. So I took care of that, and it actually took a lot out of me physically to do that, because I had a few issues along the way. But no, I got it done. And as it is, the DS950 is drivable. I'm going to have to give that thing a nickname. Old Faithful works. It's just too long of a word. I need something like, I don't know, maybe I'll think of something. So the other advantage is the warm weather is going to help wake up the batteries. When I go out today, I'm going to see if I can get down to the dam. I'm going to do a longer trip, because they have woke up a little bit. I'm getting a little extra. By the time if I go to Timmies and straight home, by the time I get home, I still have 2 bars left instead of that last one. I'm not on my low battery warning anymore, so they wake up a little bit. And last week we had 15-degree temperature, and I got a lot. I said 3, but thinking about the distance I drove, probably 4 times the distance of what I have been getting. So the weather's really going to help. The warmer weather is going to help with that. So I put my project video up yesterday on Thursday. Thursday is the only open day that I have right now in my schedule, and I was thinking I would put a musical tour. There's no talking, no sitting here like this or anything. Just show one of my tours, the best tour of that time period or whatever, because I do my updates on Friday. On Fridays, I do an update for Tuesday, and on Tuesday, I do my update for Friday. So this is Tuesday today, I'm doing this update, but this update will be for this coming Friday. So that's how I'm doing that. So I just kind of keeping ahead. So between now and Friday, then the best day, actually I can't do that, because Thursday will already be past. So it'll have to be between Friday and Tuesday. Whichever one of those days is the best tour, then I'd do that on that Thursday. But now that I'm starting to work here, I was thinking about doing that, and I was actually going to start working on that, but then I started working on this. So now I have, different type of video that needs to be out, and I don't have anywhere else to put it. So I'm going to do that on Thursdays. If there's a time when I'm not doing any work within this period of time, then I'll do one of my musical tours. But other than that, I'll show my projects. I'll give updates on what I'm doing out here. So that's my plan for that. But this current warm-up period that we're experiencing over the next 3 days is due to another storm system coming through, which I said was coming. It exists already. I looked at the radar before I come out. It's there. This one's supposed to last 6 days, I think. I think it's a 6-day storm. And it's going to generate 2 separate storm tracks. At the original one that's coming through, it's to the west of us right now. So rotating counterclockwise, it's pulling all that warm air up from the States. That's what we're experiencing right now. Well, about to. And then the cold front's going to come through, it's going to cool down, and then the second storm right along behind it is going to hit. And that one's going to hit us. It's not going to be a major thing for the states, upper states, northern parts of the states just below the border, yes, but for the most part it's just going to be us. So that's going to cool things off for a little bit, and then there's a whole lot more double-digit warm temperatures coming after that. So perfect time to start working out here, get something done as much as I can. And I've changed not changed my sleeping, but I've changed my daily schedule. I'm still sleeping the same time, but before I'd get up in the early morning hours, I'd go to Timmies. I'd come home, I'd do whatever, and then late afternoon I'd go out for another tour. So I'm only going to do one tour now. Oh, excuse me. I'm getting up a little bit later. I have a really good alarm clock, the cat. He gets his treat when I wake up, and he's used to getting it in the early morning hours, so now if I sleep in, he wakes me up and says, "Hey, I want my treat, get up." So he's been waking me up about 7 a.m., which is 5-6 hours later than I have been getting up. But that's because I've been getting to bed later. I've had a couple nights where I had a really hard time getting to sleep. And especially on the weekend when Zach's not working, it gets pretty loud. So I ended up, getting up, sit up for a little while, watch a bit video and something, and then try again. And it just it shifted my sleeping pattern a couple hours, so, which is fine. So instead of doing that morning tour, I spend that time doing coding, which I got some important coding that I'm working on. And it takes a lot of work and a lot of concentration and a lot of waiting because it's a long process. It's basically verifying my YouTube database. And I have 176,000 video registries and 10,333, I think it is, uploader registries, and it's verifying. It takes a long time. So that's what I'm working on right now. And if I make a stupid mistake or something, it takes about an hour to go through all that again if I do the whole process. If I don't finish, if I don't let the web page complete and go back to the home page, then all that information is still there. I can just refresh the page, delete whatever it generated, and then refresh the page, and it won't take quite as long, but it's still a long process. There's a lot of files to go through. And the last time I did it, there was 13,000 missing files, like files that exist that aren't registered. That's what I'm working on right now. Working on verifying that those videos actually exist to begin with, and if they do, then I have to add them to the uploader registry. And that's what I'm working on right now. But I'm not doing anything with it at the moment because that's just going to take, a long time. So obviously I can't do that today because I'm doing my update video here. And when I get back, I am hoping to do some more work out here. What I am trying to accomplish today, well, I should say hoping to accomplish today, is get the frame built on the ES950 to hold the Monster's battery. That's going to be interesting because I'm going to have to take the batteries out of the Monster to do that. But we'll see what happens. I don't know how long it's going to take. It might be a 2-day thing. I don't know yet. But I will find out once I start and see how things are going to go. As far as I can tell, it's overcast today. It's not supposed to rain. So I might have to take the Monster out of the garage, kind of push it out so that I have room in here to do stuff. No, it's possible I can just push it up to the door. It might have room. I don't know. I'll find out. And hopefully I can get that done and you'll see that next Thursday. But chances are there'll be more than just that because, I'm not going to stop once that's done. Because once that's finished, the ES950 drivable as it is, it's just the batteries are toast in it. So I just got to put the Monster's batteries on the ES950, then I can start driving it I can drive it once I start taking the Monster apart. Because once I start taking the Monster apart, I'm not doing anything else until everything's finished. Because once I put it back together and get it drivable, I'm not going to want to do anything else again. So important to get that done. So that's all I got for this update. Anything that happens between now and Friday, I will update another update on Tuesday. And that will be April 12th. I usually write that down. I didn't write it down this time. I got it. So Friday's the 8th. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, April 12th. That will be the next one. So I will leave you with my tour. I don't remember what day it was, but I went for a longer tour and I met up with Reg, who was out for a nice long walk. And he was happy. He went down. He got down to the corner here and thought about going to Timmies, but changed his mind. So he crossed the road and came back up, and he went a long way, almost to, I think he said the old train station. He didn't use those words, but I think that's what he meant. So basically where I sat in the last video that I did, my longest tour that I've got so far with these new batteries, I sat at the trail entrance basically to there, and he was on his way home when I met up with him. So he's doing pretty good, but he is getting a lot of pain in his knee. The one, actually I don't remember if it was, I don't remember, but all I know is he's getting a lot of pain in one of his knees. But his feet are fine. His toes are pretty good. He said he's only got a little tiny little scab on one of his toes. That's all that's left of the healing. So he's doing pretty good. He says, but it itches like crazy. I want to pull it off. And I said, don't do that. You'll pull the cork. So I sat and talked with him for a while. So that's all I got. Thanks for watching. And hopefully I can get some more work done today.
Too much on my mind. Too much on my mind. Too much on my mind. Oh, too much on my mind. Too much on my mind. Oh, too much on my mind. I just want to sleep, but I can't close my eyes. So I sit outside and I just stare at the sky. Too much on my mind, too much on my mind. That's why I'm always drinking while I'm smoking all the time. That's why I curse his ass to help me walk the line. I can't even sleep, I got too much on my mind, too much on my mind. 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 Oh, too much on my mind. Too much on my mind, too much on my mind. That's why I'm always drinking while I'm smoking all the time.